Hello everyone, welcome to Kalpa Kendra Tarot. The reading that we will be doing today is going to be on the topic your connection 1 year from now. So where your connection will be a year from whenever you're watching the video is the topic, and you can ask about multiple people. If you do that, you're gonna have to select one pile or one group for a specific person. How you do that is you close your eyes, you think about the person, and you ask the question, where is this connection headed, or where will it be a year from now? So that's the that's the question you should have on your mind. And also, this is a timeless reading, so it does not matter when you're watching this. Whenever you feel called to watch this is when you can. And what else do I have to say? There is something that I wanted to say. Yeah. How I'm going to go about with this reading is, obviously I'm going to let whatever comes through in the reading. I like to do it that way, instead of having specifics in my mind. Not that I don't like having specifics, sometimes I do, but there are times when I just want to go with the flow. Okay. And what I'm going to do for each pile is that I'm going to ask the question, where is the connection currently standing at? I mean, what is the situation in this connection currently? And that's going to tell you whether or not this tarot reading is meant for you, because not every reading that you find on the internet is meant for you. You learn this the hard way by going to a lot of readings that do not resonate, and eventually we understand that there are certain readings that call out to us, and if this is one of those readings, then you can find out by that energy check I'm going to do on your current situation, right? If it sounds anything like your connection, then this is meant for you. I'm going to introduce the three groups that we have for you today. For group number 1, we have Heart Mind, Transformative Space. For group number 2, we have Sacred Spiral with Spiders. For group number 3, we have Allowing Success and Good Fortune into Your Life. So these are your three options. What you do is you close your eyes and ask Spirit, where is this connection headed, or where will this connection be 1 year from now? You think about your person's face, you think about them, and then you open your eyes, and then you see which of these groups or cards is calling out to you. Once you have selected your group, you click on your timestamp and meet me there. I will now head to your reading directly. See you at the click of your timestamp. Hello group 1. So if you had selected this card, which is Heart Mind Transformative Space, you make a difference, then welcome to your reading. This is your card. If you want to take a look at it and you get certain specific messages from the illustration here, then you can obviously feel free to do that. Right, group 1, let me tell you about the current, the energy, the overall energy, not the current one, but the overall. But this is also the current energy of this connection. So what I can understand is that when you saw this person, you felt like whoever you're meant to become in this lifetime, this person is going to aid that process. Whether or not this was true about your destiny, you're meant to be with this person or not, that I'm not looking into. This was your assessment that this person is going to be crucial to you becoming the version of you that you want to manifest into reality. And you had some doubts about it, because I think that when you met this person, there was sort of a thrill and excitement which made you feel confused whether or not this is a karmic situation or something that is meant to be part of your life for a very long time or forever. However, you thought that this was it. Your heart was invested in it. You were interested in this person, and you probably, there could have been something where you did not feel interested in this person right away, but the more you got to know this person, or the more you spent time with this person and around this person, you sort of got interested in them, and you at some point also started spying on them. What are they doing? How are they spending their time? Who is part of their reality? And whether or not you featured in their priority list. All of these thoughts became something that you naturally got interested in, and eventually you wanted this person to be a part of your life for the long term. One of the reasons why you wanted this person to be a part of your life is also because you saw their role as befitting your current reality, or the current version of you trying to become who she is meant to be, or who he is meant to be. You thought this person is going to help you some way. in getting certain favors or getting certain manifesting the kind of reality you want, either getting that kind of job or getting that kind of some help you probably expected from this person. You probably went to this person asking for some kind of help, to grow or nourish yourself, and eventually you realize that you could have something more than just a professional or energy exchange sort of dynamic, and this person became more than he was supposed to be or she was supposed to be. You also got into this spying energy, god knows why, but you felt very insecure. You did not feel a sense of security right away. Probably there were other things that this person was invested in, maybe their job, maybe another relationship where you felt like you had to compete for their attention. It wasn't the case always. I think initially they had shown you some level of affection and they promised you the world, but eventually things turned around and you found yourself on the other side of the table where you were competing for this person's attention. And now you don't know where this connection is going to be 1 year from now, and not 1 year in the future, where this connection is going to be. You hope that he's going to be part of your reality. In fact, the kind of energy that you got into, where you invested so much emotionally in this person that you felt that if this person is not part of my life, then I will be heartbroken. Yeah, it necessitates that this person be remain a part of your life for you to feel stable. But whether or not that person will be, that we need to see. And also it will depend on your highest good. Not that if this person is not in your life you would really break down. That's not the case. I mean, but that is something that you might have felt. You might have felt that for you to be stable, this person should be a part of your life. That's what you felt. And also you felt like this person is going to be part of your journey somehow, like they're going to help you become the kind of person that you want to be. They're going to aid in some process of transformation, that you were transitioning from version A to version B or version F to version H, and then this person is going to help you in that transformation. That's what it feels like. So now I'm going to look at what the current energy of this connection is. So for the current energy, we have joy in the reverse. We're going to look at these two cards later on. For tarot cards, we have the Chariot, Ace of Cups, Prince, Knight of Cups, okay, Nine of Swords, and Four of Cups. All right, so let me just tell you what I'm feeling intuitively from this spread. Not that you have not invested in this connection. You have invested in this connection as much as it was possible for you. The problem is with the joy in, with joy in reverse, it feels like this person has not invested as much, and this person does not seem to be understanding how much they mean to you and how important they are to your happiness or well-being. I see you spending nights awake waiting for this person to respond, or feel you feel this ache that this person should be understanding how you feel for them, and somehow they don't. You have a lot of love for this person and you want that to be reciprocated, but it feels like they are breadcrumbing you, like they give you just enough to keep you hooked onto this relationship. This person could have also tried to manipulate you into making the kind of person they want you to be. For example, if they want you to not text them multiple times in a week, the way they will train your mind to comply with their requirement or their orchestration is by not responding to you anytime when they don't want you to text. Like if they tell you that I want you to text me only on weekends, then they can very well respond to your texts in the weekdays as well, but they are not going to do that. They are going to make sure that they respond to your texts only on weekends, so that your brain kind of gets used to them appearing in your life at their convenience. And it's not like they're talking about their convenience in the sense that they are trying to appear selfish, but it's just that they think that this is the way they are going to train your mind eventually. And you think of this as discipline, like you might think of this as emotional discipline or regulation on their part, but what they're actually doing is that they are asking you, there's a lot of control and manipulation in making you the kind of person they want you to be, but there's not enough effort from their side to also be the kind of person you want them to be. But you're not even saying, you may be complaining about that, you may be saying that there are there are things that I want from this connection, there are things I want you to do, but you don't understand. However, they're showing up as somebody who's understanding all of that. They tell you that they might tell you something like, the very fact that I'm calling you, the very fact that I'm texting you, no matter what the duration of the gap in between is, my showing up for you is proof of the fact that I care. But what they're doing is, like, how they're caring for you is definitely not enough. With the joy in reverse, it feels like there was a lot of joy in this connection earlier, but it's not, and that's what you're looking for even now, but it's not the case now. Like, now it feels like you're chasing the joy you once had with this person, and you feel that if you get this person back into your life, it's all gonna it's gonna be the same as it was. But it's not going to be the same as it was. Like, it feels like this is a connection where you need to understand, with the back of the deck energy being queen of wands, which I did not talk about. It feels like you were both quite attracted to each other initially. This connection is founded on mutual attraction, but also physical attraction more than anything else. And you thought that this connection can lead to something more, like can be more than just physical attraction. But with this person's lack of investment, emotional investment in this connection, it's just you are there, like you are soothing yourself. You don't have this person to talk about your problems with. You don't have an equal partner in them. You are thinking about the problems that you have. You are kind of ruminating over the things that are hurting you, and then you are showing up for yourself, even though disappointed, even though, if you can see this child begging this person, being distracted and failing to see a magical opportunity, taking someone or something for granted, discontentment with life. So it feels like you are obviously neglecting your responsibilities, and also you don't have the emotional bandwidth to constantly get hurt and then show up for yourself. But you are having to do that. You are having to be that person that you turn to, because this person is definitely not showing up. uh, for messages we have, I was hurt by you, why do I feel so lost? So I can definitely say that this person is not here to listen to your complaints, but it seems like you have a lot to complain about, and these are valid complaints. Like, you've been made to feel abandoned, and also I feel like you were emotionally abandoned by this person. Maybe you have some abandonment wound which you are repeating with this person. Okay, it does not seem like a connection that is bringing you a lot of joy right now, but it did at one point. It clearly did, and you're trying to tell yourself that it will all go back to being, if only I do this, if only I do that, this person will like me again. So it could be a narcissistic bond, it could be a narcissistic relationship. I'm not going to give you a diagnosis over a tarot reading on YouTube, but I think that this is something that you might as well look into. Okay, and at the back of the deck energy here on this pile is I can't let go of you. So it feels like, oh, the passion I feel is overwhelming, I don't know how to handle this. Yeah, so there was a lot of physical passion involved, and that could have been the foundation of this relationship, or the foundational energy, the energy that this relationship was basically founded upon. With the Chariot, I do think that you are still trying to do a lot for the connection. Like, you are the one who's going ahead and trying to assess what the strengths and weaknesses of this connection are, how you two should show up. But there's not as much investment from the other side, as I have specified already. So where this connection will be a year from now, let's look at that. Rejection. For tarot, we have Two of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Three of Pentacles, and Unity. I don't exactly remember the order in which the cards came out, but I do remember Alrighty, so I don't remember. Yeah, the way the cards came out, I don't really remember the sequence, but I do remember the message, which is important. Group one. So what can we say? In a year from now, you are going to wonder, and I'm gonna read these cards later on. You're gonna wonder why you got attracted to this person in the first place. Like, what did you see in them? It happens a lot of times when we are over that person energetically, or we are done with the attachment is no longer there. We kind of question that person's relevance in our lives. So that is what you're going through. The Six of Pentacles, it feels like you have already rebuilt your life to the point that it feels like an unnecessary, or maybe a necessary evil, but an unnecessary connection for you. Like, this connection is no longer relevant. With the rejection, I think you were first rejected by this person, but then once you learned your worth, you rejected them. Like, you are totally in that space where you no longer feel their need, and you're rejecting them as a person, even energetically. Like, you would not even allow this person to come near you. Forget having a romantic connection with you, but even to come near you and share the same space with you is something that you are not gonna want. It's gonna feel like too much of a burden for you. With the Five of Wands, with the Three of Pentacles, you're going to be helped by spirit to actually take this decision. This decision is going to be supported by your spiritual team, and with unity, it shows that you are already united with the thing that you remember. I spoke about something that you were trying to get out of this person. Okay, with this card, that you were trying to get this person to help you in some way. So that thing that you were trying to get this person's help for is something that you're already united with. You either have that job, or you have that position, you have that land, or you have that whatever help you needed from that person. You did not need this person's help to get that thing into your life. You got that position, you got that opportunity, you manifested that reality that you were seeking this person's help for, and you did it without them. That is the most important thing. You did it with the help of spirit and without them. So even if you thought that this person makes you look good or makes you feel good, you just needed this person to feel good about yourself, or feel a certain sort of fulfillment, or feel complete and whole within yourself, even that you've been able to achieve a year from now. And you did that with the help of spirit, not with the help of this person. You had to teach yourself how to fend for yourself, because this person was nowhere to be found at a time when you needed them, and you needed to show up for yourself. You knew that if there's anyone who's going to show up for me, I don't know who else appears in your life. It could be another person who appears in your life. It is possible. Do the right thing for the right reason. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you. A spiritually minded community. You are coming together. It's like a spiritually minded community. You're coming together with a group of people, or definitely a group of people, because of a person or because of a position that you find yourself in, and this person is nowhere to be credited with whatever changes are happening in your life. You are not in that energy where you think of this person as being that being the word that is coming to my mind is fulcrum, but I don't know if that's the what I mean is, just look up the word fulcrum. I don't know if it means what I think it means. That person is not the part which is holding your life together. At one point you wanted them to be, but they showed that they cannot be, and you respected that, and you let the person go. Okay, and this person is no longer a part of your reality. It feels like a year from now, if you want this energy to change, and you want this person to be a part of your reality, if the first part of where your connection is at resonated with you, and you still want this person to be a part of your reality, then think about it. Think about that very carefully, if that energy resonated with you, because this person can do you more harm than good. However, where it is headed energetically, it feels like this person has not changed, but you have changed. You've changed, and you don't want them to change because you want to control the situation. You can be that person who can forgive them and wait for them to change on their not wait for them, but you can allow them to change on their own time. You don't want to force anything. Like whenever their consciousness will allow that change to happen through, like happen is when the change is gonna come through. But it's okay if it does not happen according to your wish or according to your satisfaction. That's totally fine, but you can let this person go. I wish I could be a different person. I'm better with my mind than my heart. You took decision for this person with your heart, and that is why you're saying that. And you would not, like, you would wish to be a person who did not allow this person to come into your life. Like you would want to choose better because you know better now. But this person was a necessary lesson, and you're seeing it like that. For some of you, you could also look at this person as a regret. Like I wish I never met this person, or I wish I did not allow this person to come into my life the way I did, or access the more vulnerable sides of me the way I did. It feels like you gave certain permissions or allowed the person into certain areas of your life that was sacred, and this person could not respect the divinity of the access that you had allowed, or the divine rite of passage that you gave them was violated. You opened up certain aspects to your life which were meant for only very special few, like I said, rite of passage, like something that you allow for those special individuals who you want to see become an important part of your life. And you did all of that with this person. But this person, yeah, your rite of passage, that you, like, the thing that you made this person do, you might think, you might regret it, but look at it this way, that you opening yourself up in the way you did only proved the incapacity of this person to show up the way you wanted them to. So basically it saved you. You might look at it as a regret, but it saved you, because 1 year from now this person is not your concern, and you were helped by spirit to move on from this connection. Not only by spirit, you were also actively helped by the experiences that you were collecting by from this connection. It made you a different person. You wish that you were this version of you a year back, so that you could have rejected this person back then itself. But better late than never, and you are glad at some point. Like you'll be glad, and you're glad at some level that this person could teach you the things they did, because you're not going to fall for it again. So this is a lesson. That you're learning, and 1 year from now you are glad that you're over with it. Like it's done and dusted, basically. So that's what I'm seeing for this connection for you, group 1. If this reading resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you in another reading sometime very, very soon. I have other channels and other services that I provide, like personal tarot reading and spiritual discussions. So if you're interested in that, then you can get in touch with me on my WhatsApp number, email, or Instagram. I'll see you in another reading sometime very, very soon. Till then, take care. All right, so group 2. If you had selected this card, then welcome to your reading. Your card says, Sacred Spiral with Spiders, you are an infinite being. Right, and we do have sort of an like yin yang symbol in the middle. That's your card. See how beautiful. Right, so this person, group 2, I said group 2, right? Yeah, group 2. So this person helped you realize the intricate design of this universe and the reality. When you met this person, the way you saw reality has probably shifted rapidly from the time that you got to know this person, and you got to know about design and intricacies of spiritual reality that might have shocked you and also made you a different person. You realize that things are happening, like you see that there's one pattern here and then there's another pattern. Things happen as per core patterns, and we experience reality as per the patterns that we are holding inside. Wow, do you see the humans inside? I did not even see it, but holding this card up close is when I'm becoming aware of the like illustrations in the card. So you have humans, and then you have nature, and they are like parallelly, like unfolding in a parallel stream. And depending on your level of consciousness, you are going to be able to perceive this design of the universe, and this person, whatever you experienced with this person, forced you to wake up to this nature of truth, and you are no longer the same person after meeting this person or falling in love with this person. Or if it's not a connection like that, then you changed your perception. They reveal to you who you are, like for why you are here, what is your purpose, and who you are meant to be. This could be a spiritual connection. The chances of this being a spiritual connection is very, very high. If not a twin flame, this is at least a high level soulmate helping you to grow as a person, and also become whoever you were meant to be in this reality. Okay, they're breaking down the matrix for you. Also, it feels like the way you perceived your life when you met this person and the way you started perceiving and how you perceive it now is totally different. So they opened you up to different levels of consciousness and different levels of reality, and everything that they did in your life or they did not do, whatever you might have expected from this connection and whatever it eventually turned out to be, has transformed you as a person. Your expectations from them, or your disappointments that you experienced in this connection, or the like interaction, whether it is a lot of interaction or minimal interaction that you have had with this person, totally transformed your life, okay, and you as a person. So I how can I, like, what I want to say is that if this person hurt you, the day you actually experience the hurt, and the following days when you would process that hurt inside your mind, would create different versions of the truth in a way where you would see that specific incident of you being hurt by that person differently, at, from different levels of consciousness, where the incident is the same but your perception, like, you know how we watch a movie, like say Matrix. When I watched Matrix for the first time, I viewed it differently, and then every consecutive time that I have watched Matrix for, I have really looked at it from a different angle and realized a totally different thing. So every time I watch Matrix, I realize something different and new about it. So it's the same way, anything that this person does, you are gonna be able to perceive it from so many multiple angles that you like wake up to a very different multidimensional aspect of truth, and also different ways of perceiving the same thing. You've looked at same thing differently from so many angles with this person that you realize no other person could have woken you up to this truth. Sacred spider with spiders, it feels like, one thing about spider web, it's too strong for its weight. Okay, like it's not supposed to be that strong as it is, the web, like whatever they build that web with. So when somebody looks at your connection, you are an infinite being, right? When somebody looks at your connection, they're not going to realize how strong it is, but you're going to know how strong it is, and the universe is going to know how strong it is. Like, people, if they are not operating at a high level of consciousness, will not even be able to understand how important this person is for you, and how important this connection is which you're experiencing with this person. There is also Seven of Swords as the back of the deck energy for this connection. So there's something inherently deceptive about this connection, where it looks like a certain way and it is something completely different. So you two, when you're coming together, or before you come together, before you make it official to people, or before you talk about your relationship, even if it's a friendship with other people, people are not going to be able to guess that you are having the kind of connection that you're having, because it's a deceptive. It is not what it shows it is. So people might, when you're talking about it, people might even say that, are you sure that this person is feeling this way about you, or this is what the connection is between the two of you, because it does not look like it, because it's very different from what it looks like. Okay, so that's the main primary energy. Now let's look at what you are experiencing with this person currently. I was going to say with this connection currently. So with this person, or in this connection currently. Yeah, I love the errors that I make. They make me laugh so much. I feel like I don't need any comedians. I am my own comedian. Okay, Right. So the energy, current energy is bittersweet. Then you have renewal, what you're experiencing currently. King of Swords and Hermit. Please have some alignment in life, man. The Hermit, Ace of Pentacles, and Queen of Wands. Right. So this is your current energy. Hmm. The current energy, if this connection was at a standstill for a long time, which it could have been, because with connections like this, the realizations are so deep and so intense that people need time to process that. And whatever the world's view regarding connection is, like, the world might think that, oh, when you like someone and when you are sure about them, you just go ahead and say that thing and make it official, because you should put a ring on it, like that. Like, people are not going to wait for you, and people are not going to assume what you are thinking. You should say it. How do you say it before you've realized it? Like, these level of realizations and these intricate realizations which sometimes certain connections bring require a level of spiritual mastery, or some sort of like expertise on your own emotions, or understanding your own emotions, for you to even understand what you're feeling, let alone convey it to another person. So that is what you're going through. That is what this person is also going through. With renewal, if this connection was at a standstill, it feels like this connection is review the past and the present, so you can plan a bright new future. Yeah, review, exactly. Understanding your life purpose, releasing judgments of yourself and the others, exactly. So there was something about this connection. This was not the kind of connection, like, not the conventional connection where you two just find each other and then move towards each other. No, there were aspects to this connection which could have been against the moral compass of the society. Either there could have been like an age gap, or same gender relationship, or it could have been a connection where you already had to battle another connection pre-existing in your life to make sense of the connection that you are experiencing with this person. For example, either of you could have been in another relationship or marriage where you had to sort out your stand regarding that relationship to be able to concentrate on or focus on this relationship. Like, you had to forget the society's moral compass. You had to tend to your moral compass first before society makes judgment. They don't realize that human beings involved in complicated connections are eventually human beings, and we rush into relationships, we rush into dynamics even before we have realized who we are. And when we do that, we sometimes don't even know that we're doing that. We think that we're getting mad because we want to, because you see, nobody would have gone into trauma bonding or uh, relationships that are supposed to make them suffer if they knew what they were doing. So basically, the beauty of consciousness is that when you are at a consciousness where you are supposed to get certain lessons, you don't know that you're supposed to get those lessons because you are at that level of consciousness. No judgment. You appear for the test that life prepares for you, and certain people might have judgment for you, but yeah, I don't, and I'm sure there are others who don't. Okay. And this is a connection like that where there is an energy of deception, or constantly feeling like you're betraying yourself or you're betraying someone else to be with this person, and you have to sort yourself out, figure out your stance in life, and realize that releasing judgments of yourself and others, that you have to see how much I spoke about releasing judgments, and realize that whatever you think about your life is your truth. Like, this is your answer script. When life is presenting to you your problems, you are supposed to write the answers that you think are correct. Just because someone is writing 2 plus 2 is 8, that does not make, like, that is not your answer, right? Their answer can be 2 plus 2 is 8. Maybe that's what they think it is, but yeah, so their answer can be anything, but that does not automatically make it right. Okay, it doesn't matter if the entire community of people that you engage with are writing 2 plus 2 is 8. Again, the entire community of people could be writing 2 plus 2 is 4, and you may be feeling 2 plus 2 is 5. You're supposed to write what you think is correct, so that the universe can then check your answers, give you the lesson that you need, and align you with your path, right? with your destined path or align you with your lessons. So you have to write your own answers, and that is what you're realizing, that you cannot live your life based on other people's sense of right and wrong, or other people's priorities. They could have prioritized anything. They could have prioritized a marriage even where there is no love, where two people don't feel united or married to each other. Could have been their, the fact that they got married is enough for them to carry on with a relationship that they no longer feel aligned with. That can be their truth, but does not have to be your truth. Or people can sign contracts with certain companies and think that just because I signed a contract for a certain period of time, even if I'm suffering throughout that period of time, does not mean that I can voice my opinion and I can get myself out of it. I am um, like I am supposed to be and in this contract, like experiencing whatever I'm experiencing because I signed this contract. So that can be people's opinion and people's priority and how they live their life. That doesn't have to become yours. With Ace of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles, it feels like you're taking steps and taking steps to make this reality so solid, whatever you believe in, so solid that you can act on it, that you can um, whatever you have decided to invest on or move towards will be a fruitful decision if you're totally invested in it. You are trying to invest in it, and this is not only your energy, this is your person's energy as well. You understand that this is where the person is standing at, where this person is trying to understand, really understand from logic and also by going within, whether or not they can invest in this connection in a way which makes it long term and not another mistake, not another session of betraying themselves or falling for something deceptive. It is bittersweet in the sense that there is a lot of love involved, and there's also the pain that is associated with not not being um, not having access to this thing right away. Or you see, you might want to be the best actress in the country or best actor in the country, but if others are not looking at you that way, but if others feel that, oh, how can you want to become an actor, oh, that's did you even look at your acting, or did you even look at the way you speak? You can never deliver a dialogue. So if your current reality is not showing the level of alignment that you feel is supposed to come through, or is what you're destined for, then there can be a bittersweet feeling to it, that you love it, you love what you are doing, but it is also that it's not at that same level of reciprocation yet. And that is what you're experiencing, and that is what this person is also trying to assess, if they can show up that way, if they can make you, if they can give you that commitment that they so wish to. All right, with I don't want to be alone, and I wish I could be a different person, this is how they came out. I wish I could be a different person, and I don't want to be alone. What I want to say is that this person wishes, and also you wish situation was different. You wish that you were say you come from an engineering background and you want to become an actor suddenly, and people are now questioning your choices, and people are thinking that, oh, you were such a good engineer, why did you want to be anything else? So then you are needed to elaborate on your choices and why you're making this shift in your career and everything. You wish that it was different. You wish that instead of engineering you studied acting, but it's not what it is. It's not what you wish it to be. It's what it is, and that's what you're having to realize, and that's what you're having to make peace with. So you wish that, yeah, this person also wishes that things were different, but it's not. It's the reality is what it is, and sometimes they feel like they don't want to. They don't, because I think it's a very complicated connection at this point, and I think that there could be third parties involved, and this person wishes that it's so complicated that they don't move towards anybody, but instead stay alone, and they want to invest in their own growth to a point that they don't feel a great need to be with anybody. And I totally understand that when you deal with something so complicated, you feel like, forget it, I don't need anything, just leave me alone. And that's what this person is feeling, and I think that's what even you may be feeling at some point. But this is happening because they really want to be with somebody. And that's why this frustration, because they've always wanted to be with somebody and now it's so complicated. They got into a connection that is no longer relevant for them. They want to be in a connection that they don't know how to get into, and that's why this is coming through. But it's like, this is because it's a mess right now, not because that's what they actually want. So now let's look at what this connection is going to be like in a year from now. Vanity. Okay, these messages I'm going to look at later on. Okay, there are 3 messages. 5 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Knight of Wands, 7 of Wands, Queen of Wands. Yeah, in a year from now, you are going to remove yourself from this person, because you will feel that this is not your job to convince this person what to do with their life, or whether or not to come towards you. And that's exactly when they're going to show up. They're going to realize that they miss you in a way that they are not going to be able to find another replacement for you. That's not right, and that's not what they're going to try, because the ache that they have for you is not going to go away. With Ace of Swords, they're going to realize the truth of it, that yeah, they want to come towards you, and this is how they feel in every season. They don't need you for one season, they need you in every season. They want to make you a part of their life forever, or for the longest time that they can imagine someone to be a part of their life. They are going to decide to come towards you. They're going to fight every obstacle on their way to make this a reality, where they actually stand up for their heart's desire, for their passion. And with Vanity, they're going to realize a lot of things that they did in their life was because they were acting out of this energy, where everything that made them look successful in other people's eyes felt like success to them. But they are now realizing, one second. Yeah, so a lot of things that they invested in was because they thought that that's what is going to make people feel attracted to them, or that they are successful. They wanted to look successful. They wanted people to think that they have made it in life, and that's why they were doing things. And now they know what is vanity, and what, like, they know the aspect of their life which were in vain. And there are times when you don't know vanity as vanity. You do it thinking that that's what you want, and then there's a time when you realize what is vanity and when you were being vain. This 1 year gave them experiences where they are able to understand where they were deceiving themselves, and where the energy of deception is so strong. So them realizing that whatever was misaligned with them needs to go, and that is necessary for alignment to come through. The fact that they were misaligned is something that they did not realize earlier, which is now like a like a strong part of their reality, a strong part of their realization. So you can expect this person to make some solid, not only solid move towards you, but actually fight it out for you, fight the battle for you. And this could be this person if they were in another connection, like coming out of that connection, or if it's a divorce battle involved. If there is a divorce battle involved, then this person could be fighting that battle. A year from now, this person could be fighting their family. This person could be fighting the contract that they signed at their workplace to um, sell parts of their dreams and desires. There could be a contract which requires them to not act on their dreams, or limits their possibility in a way, which they could be fighting as well. There could be certain things that they had signed up for which no longer aligns with them, and getting rid of those things would mean that they go back to being in a position where they are struggling, but they would take on that struggle just to be more authentic in their workspace, and be more authentic with their creativity and with their life. So a lot of fighting going on, because they've realized something, and they've realized what they were missing. A year from now. So what is the message? Why can't I tell you the truth? I can't make you happy. Drama. A year from now, they are realizing this came together, and I am supposed to read them together. So let's put them together. At this moment, when you see them a year from now, you will understand that they are going through a lot, and they would not want you to be a part of their life right away before they have made these changes. And they might still tell you that, yeah, I want to be with you and don't leave me and everything, but actually at the back of their mind they would wish that you don't make them invest in a connection or invest in a job or whatever this connection is like. You don't make them invest or step into something right away, so that you understand that they need time, they need to solve this, and that is going to be the state of mind, that they are going to be in an energy where they have to settle all this before they come towards you. And that's the energy that you will find them in a year from now. I hope this reading resonated with you. Pile 2, if this makes sense, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you in another reading sometime very soon. Oh, I have other services that I offer, and there are other channels that I have. All the details you'll find in the description box, so if you're interested, kind of check them out. And also feel free to connect with me on Instagram, email, or WhatsApp. See you in another reading sometime very, very soon. Till then, take care. Hello, group 3. So if you had selected this card which says allowing success and good fortune into your life, part of a greater collective, then welcome to your reading. Group 3. Yeah. So it feels like whoever this person is that you're asking about and this connection, it was meant to wake you up to your role in the larger collective, about why you certain experience certain things in a specific way. It was only so that you resolve those things inside of you, like inside of yourself, and then you teach others how to do it. So it was to either awaken an innate talent you had, or to make you realize the gifts that you already were aware of but did not have the confidence to bring in front of the world. This person could have been extremely talented at things that you were also good at, but you were not being able to share your gifts because you thought that you were not, like, your voice does not matter, or you were not worthy of being seen, or the world did not need you. So I am looking at mirror reflections, and you reflected this person's strengths and weaknesses in a very like yin yang sort of a way, okay, where this person played the role of a counterpart, where you could see aspects of your personality that you were hiding from the world shining in them. And that way this person might have triggered you into thinking that everything that you once wanted to be, this person already became, and you knew that there was nothing else that you wanted to be as much as whatever this person was showing to you. So in a way they were actually showing you the possibilities of your, like, possibilities that are innate within you, like dormant, your innate abilities which are dormant within you, and which can very much become a reality by showing you that they have made those things into a reality themselves. So if they have done it, then you can also do it. So basically you meet your ideal version and think that, oh my god, they are everything that I want to be. And then your consciousness tells you that if they are everything that you want to be, then then it's also true that whatever you are at the moment is what you did not want to be. So why are you sticking to that version of your, like, of yourself, which you don't even want, which does not even align with you? So why are you choosing to be something that you don't want to be? So these questions, which are very uncomfortable questions, were opened up in front of you because of the advent of this person's in your life, and you saw that whatever they were hiding, whatever they weren't showing to the world, were actually your vulnerabilities and weaknesses as well, things that you also hide from the world. So you're forced to encounter yourself in another person, and this made you question if it is worth continuing your life the way you are continuing, or it is necessary for you to mold yourself and transform into a different version of self, which is more aligned with what you were supposed to do here for the collective, or how you were supposed to show up. You may have you may have had doubts that if you embark on this journey of finding yourself, then no one's going to support you. But this person's journey or this person's words could have been proof that when you set out to claim your authentic self, the universe aligns itself, recalibrates itself to support you, support that journey that you make in discovering yourself, because that's the design of the universe. And you are coming across spiritual concepts and also energy laws and different aspects of this reality because of this person's advent into your life. So that's what this connection is like. And you might have met your mirror soul, or you could have met a like worthy counterpart who is able to awaken exactly those things in you, which will unlock that version of you that the world needs. So that's your. Oh yeah, and also this person is gonna propel you towards like facing your soul purpose, allowing success and good fortune into your life, part of a greater collective. So you are going to, and also back of the deck energy in this card is abundance. So you are going to be able to manifest abundance using your own skills and talents and gifts, which you had questioned or even doubted to not have any, or you weren't aware of the full extent of your capacities before you met this person, and that's exactly what this person is waking you up to. So that's the connection for you, group 3. I feel like I need some water, but I don't have water with me here, and I don't have anybody who can. Yeah, I think I have someone. Wait. Yeah, so I thought that I had no one to bring me water, but then guess what I realized? I have my mother who can bring me water. So this is what you might have realized as well. You probably thought that a lot of things, a lot of help that you were asking for, or you thought that you need to ask for from the universe, weren't gonna come through because you did not have faith in the universe. But then universe had these support systems in place for you, which even if you were not aware of, they were still there, and they are going to show up at the right time to help you in your connection with this person. Right. So for the current energy, whatever you're experiencing with this person currently, miracle. And this card makes me think that, it's probably a relatively newer connection. It's very much possible. Then drugs and alcohol. Why did I not pull another card for this? But anyway, I probably thought that it's not necessary. I still think it's not necessary to pull another card. Right, let's see. You got a lot of tarot cards. Ace of Cups, Seven of Wands, Nine of Cups. What is this? Knight of Cups, Five of Wands, and King of Pentacles. These are your tarot cards. You've got a lot of them. Right. Group 3. So what you're experiencing currently with this person, I feel like it's a newer connection where you're just waking up to the possibility. Either, even if you have known this person for a long time, you are only realizing the sacredness, or the yeah the actual nature of this connection very, very recently. Like, you've only come to a level of consciousness where you're being able to experience the true potential of this connection, or you're realizing the true potential. Your heart is overflowing with love for this person. You feel like no matter what is on the way, in every connection I got a little bit of how this person is feeling, but here somehow I don't get a lot of how this person is feeling, because I'll tell you why. Because I feel like you are waking up to this connection first. This person is not really as aware of this connection as you are at this moment, and that's why I feel I have reasons to believe that this is a newer connection, where either you are waking up to this connection's potential recently, or you've met this person recently. Okay. And with Seven of Wands, it feels like you think that you will fight the battle that comes your way in order for you to unite with this person. Even if you're not feeling this way right away, eventually the love that you have for this person in your heart is going to make you feel like you're going to fight all the obstacles and all the battles on your path to be with this person. This person, you'll feel like will feel like is going to fulfill you like no other person can. And even if this person does not show up for you, this is a very interesting thing with Seven of Wands and Five of Wands. Even if this person does not show up for you, you feel like you know enough about this connection already, or you've realized enough about this connection to walk the path of someday being with this person, or walk the path of someday realizing your union with this person. Even if this person is not aware of this connection, even if this person does not give you that validation, or um, does not show signs of understanding the nature of this connection. With King of Pentacles, you feel like this person is going to be ready for this connection, like they are focusing on their career and their growth. And at some point, that is what I'm feeling with this connect, with this pile, that this person, whereas you are feeling everything for this connect, everything about this connection yourself, and this person is not as invested emotionally, spiritually, mentally in this connection, in this three, in the 3D reality, just as yet. This person is totally focused to become a king of pentacles, and does not necessarily mean that this person is a man, but yeah, they are more in their masculine energy, where they're focused on manifesting the gifts in the world, the material gifts that is going to make them self-sufficient and powerful and fulfilled enough to give their attention to other aspects of life, like emotions. This person does not feel like they have the capacity to um, give attention to other aspects of their life at all. This person feels that the most important thing for them to do right now is to focus on their goals and aspirations and become successful, get the money, get the career that they wanted, get the position, the label, the kind of success that they always envision themselves happening. At this point, what is happening is that they are too much in their yang energy, masculine energy, and it feels like they want to, they have so much energy inside of them that makes them feel ready to invest in their growth and in their dreams. They did not have this amount of excitement or energy available to them to invest in their goals before this, so they are going, like they are charging ahead with their dreams and their passion full force to realize this dream of theirs and bringing this version of, manifesting this version of themselves into reality, whereas you are the one fighting for this connection. You might feel lonely, but you would, at this point, you feel like it's a miracle that this person was put on your path so that you could, and that's what we got from this message, right? That you saw them and you felt that you could be everything that they are. So basically you are the one who's moving towards this king of pentacles right now, who does not seem to be so concerned about what you are doing and what you're experiencing. This person is more concerned about their own growth and everything. They're just vibing in their own energy and in their success, and you are the one who's moving towards him, like moving towards him with this idea that him or this person, just because it's a king of pentacles I'm saying, so you're moving towards this person with this idea that, you know, one day you are going to get them, or they are going to be everything that you wanted them to be, and they're going to be that partner, that god sent individual for you. You have all these ideas in your head. I'm not saying that just because you have these ideas in your head they are not valid. They might as well be valid. It could be a connection where you are supposed to end up in union with this person eventually anyway. That's not the reading that we are doing. The reading is to assess your current energy, and your current energy seems to be one of love, one of experiencing the level of possible, like the degree of possibilities, or whatever is possible with this person. You are experiencing it energetically and emotionally first, in your visions, in your desires, and you're thinking, yes, this is the one, this is the one. I'm not even going to comment whether or not this is the one, but the chances of this person being the one, at least going by energy, is very very high. With drugs and alcohol, it feels like this connection at this moment has a lot of karmic baggages, where you have to realize who you are. Instead of focusing on this person, you have to realize that you are making this person your obsession, because you have encountered outside of yourself everything that you wanted to be yourself, right? But you have to now shift the focus within, and you have to go through this cycle of realization where you realize that everything that you wanted is also available within you, and then focus on emerging as the version of yourself who can claim all of that inside of yourself, so that you become a worthy counterpart to this person. And this person is also obsessed with drugs and alcohol energy. Actually, you both are mirroring each other, like we saw with this card. So everything this person is feeling, you're also feeling. Everything that you're feeling, this person is also feeling. And so I feel like this person is also experiencing a sort of dissonance, where they think that becoming, they're obsessed with their goals. By the way, when I use the term obsessed, I don't use it lightly. I am telling you that they are actually obsessed with their goals just as much as you are obsessed with them. They're obsessed with their goals, and they think that that's the only thing that's going to give them everything that they want to in life. Even even marriages and not marriages, but even a marriage and children, in this person's perspective, are those um, jewels that you adorn yourself with, or ornaments that you adorn yourself with, or toys that you collect in order to look like a successful person, or in the eyes of the world. This person is not very connected with their emotions right now. They are really in their masculine energy more. And if you don't know what happens when you're more in your masculine energy, and or when you're more in your feminine energy, then you gotta read about these energies, or have a spiritual discussion with me where I can explain these things to you. Otherwise, this might not make sense to you. But this person is very disconnected from their feminine energy or their emotions, so that they are not able to understand that this obsession that they have, even though it is going to make them successful, or this drive that they feel to chase their goals, might be something that the world admires or respects, but it is not necessarily healthy. But they don't understand that. That's the drugs and alcohol thing. All right. So in 1 year from now, okay, here also you got two cards: forgiveness and isolation. Then you have two messages which we are gonna read later on. First, you have Princess of Pentacles, then you have Seven of Cups, then you have King of Wands. Okay. Then you have King of Wands, then you have Six of Pentacles, then you have Unity in reverse, then you have Knight of Swords, and then you have the Emperor. Okay. Um, we're gonna look at look into the messages later on. But first, let me tell you, 1 year from now, this person is going to, something is gonna happen between the two of you, where this person is gonna isolate themselves. I'm not saying that that is the future of this connection, but I'm saying that this is what is going to happen in a year. This person is going to want to isolate themselves or move away from you, and also be guilty, like feel guilty and sorry for treating you this way. But this person is not going to be able to um, keep themselves from turning their back towards you, because something will happen where this person will be triggered to realize the intensity of this connection, which will make them very, very uncomfortable, very uncomfortable. So they would have either, and you would also be in this energy where you are working on yourself more intensely. A year from now, you realize that looking at this person is not going to give you any results. If you tell me that, oh, I realize it right now and I'm actually working on myself, you have not touched the intensity that you're going to touch a year from now. Right now, you're still obsessed with this person, or you're still invested in this person's validation or responses, and you look at his approval as the energy that you need to go on in life. So this person has become source of your energy, and you don't know how to self generate your own energy, or self okay. So there was a call, I don't know from whom, but then let's see. Anyway, so you might think that you are trying to focus on yourself and not on this person, but you're not even half as close to reaching that level of discipline that you're gonna embody a year from now regarding this connection, where you feel that it is not important for you to look towards this person. Yeah, for everything that you look at this person as the source of your, you are not able to, that's exactly what I was talking about. You're not able to generate the kind of energy that you need in order to focus on your goals yourself. You look towards this person for validation in order to get that energy from them, or that energy boost from them, to focus on your life. That could also be draining this person whenever they meet you, because you are in this fan energy where and also you coming across you is energetically intense for this person as well. This person might not be able to understand exactly why at this point, but a year from now something has transpired between the two of you. We've not really looked into what, but a year from now it feels like this person has reasons to believe that you are a distraction for them, and they cannot give you the kind of attention that you need from them at this point or at that point, and they'd better avoid you. They're asking for forgiveness for doing that because it's not, they know that it's not the right thing to do or the most pleasurable thing to do to avoid you, but they don't have any other choice but to rise for their career and for their dreams. They have dreams which are very urgent in their eye. They feel that they cannot sacrifice on these dreams for anybody, and I think they've become more successful than they are now. Like whatever you think, if you think that they have achieved a certain level of success now, oh, look at them for a year from now. They're going to be even more successful, and it is going to trigger you to find your own strength in the world and not look towards them for inspiration or for energy or connection or validation to make yourself feel worthy. They are not the source of your worthiness. They are not the source of your um, like your happiness. Even you are trying to get your happiness from this person paying attention to you, and that's not gonna and I think you've now realized how unhealthy that is. A year from now you've realized it, and so you're now focusing on your dreams. You're taking baby steps towards your own dreams. King of Wands and Six of Pentacles, you are going to be guided. Sorry for burping, but I'm not so sorry because you whatever, this is a this is a biological process. So anyway, with King of Wands and Six of Pentacles, it feels like you are being guided by the universe and also by an able guide who's helping you find the union within, which you realize you don't have within yourself. You feel separated from this person because you feel separated inside of yourself from God, from source, whatever, and you're looking towards this person to give you those things that you lack within, because you lack those things within, and you have to find it within yourself. That is what you're realizing a year from now, and you're going more into your inner work, and this person is going more into his outer work, which is building himself as the pillar of success and everything that they think that they should be, and how they want the world to perceive them with all the toys and all the success and all the joys and all those things that make people want to, like, make people envy you and want to live your life. So those are the things this person is focusing on by isolating themselves, and while they are asking for forgiveness, you are in an energy of forgiveness, and you are totally supporting that isolation because you understand that this is your time to work on yourself. They are in this energy where they say you deserve better, I can't handle your love, and that's why I say that they probably realize something. They probably realize that you love them, or you have an intensity to yourself which they don't know how to handle at this point, where I think that they have realized the nature of your connection to some extent, if not to the fullest extent. A year from now, at least to some extent, they are able to understand that you are different, and you hit them different, and your energy is different, and you're asking from them a sort of energetic investment that they are not capable of giving you, which is progress. Because say a year from now they're realizing all this, maybe another year or 2 years from now they're going to realize that you are everything they wanted. I'm not even saying that the destiny of this connection is for them to isolate from you forever. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that this is the nature of this connection a year from now, where you both are isolating and kind of pulling away from each other to focus on yourself. And that's actually progress, because you're going to build your life. You're going to first realize who you are and build your life, and this person is going to build themselves and realize that that is not going to be the source of their happiness, that they need to go within and actually figure out whatever makes them happy, and it's not what they achieve outside of themselves that is going to be the source of their happiness, or it cannot make them happy if they're not internally happy. So they're going to realize all of that. With Three of Pentacles as the back of the deck energy for this connection, I feel this connection is heavily guided by spirit, and you will also be supported by other guides and other spiritual beings who may be humans, may be spirit guides, to help you realize the fullest potential of this connection, because this is a divinely guided connection which is here so that you can rise to your sole purpose and help the collective with your contribution and participation. So that's my reading for you, group 3. If that resonated with you, let me know in the comments. For more readings like this, subscribe to the channel. I have also other services that I offer. The details of those services are going to be available in the description box below. If you're interested, subscribe to the other channels. You can get a tarot reading from me, you can do a spiritual discussion with me, whatever you want, whatever you think is necessary. Otherwise, I'll see you in another reading sometime very, very soon. Till then, take care. Bye bye.